Well, welcome back. Stashing away money for retirement. If you are a woman, you could feel more financially stressed out than men when it comes to saving for life after 65. Apparently, females are 3 times more likely to report that they cannot afford to save for retirement, according to a recent Mass Mutual survey. Joining us right now to talk about it is Ramsey Solutions financial expert and author of Retire Inspired, Chris Hogan. Chris, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure, Maria.
Yeah, I mean, I know this is pretty much a generalization. I mean, not all women are stressed out about saving for retirement, but what is causing this gender divide that we're reading about?
Well, I think we also know that, women are more emotionally in tune and they're better planners. And so they're starting to think about things in the future because they're focused a little bit more on the security factor. They want to know that they're going to be okay as well as their family. And so they're starting to look out a little bit and just understanding that, hey, I may be feeling the crunch. I may not be where I want to be. What
should they do about it?
Well, I think the big thing is take a collective deep breath and let's understand a few things. I mean, what we don't want to do is confuse, fiction with fact. So I would say understand where you are right now. Go sit down with an investment professional. Let's look at things. Things may not be as bad as you think they are. So that realistic picture will help. Also, understanding how you're investing in your 401k. Understanding where you are, how are things progressing, and more importantly, know your number. That's why I developed the RIQ tool, the Retire Inspired Quotient, at my website so people can understand how much are they going to need and what do they need to do now to help them get there.
And Chris, as you get closer to retirement, and this is something that comes up more at Stegan more often, is you have to think about where you're going to live. Pick a place that has a very low cost of living, that has easy access to hospitals and good health care. I mean, that is an option that more people don't talk about. And I don't mean necessarily Florida, but there are places, Governor Huckabee can tell you, as you well know, there are places across the South that have incredibly low costs of living.
It is. It's one of those things, Dagan, you're absolutely right, that you want to be aware of. What's your lifestyle going to look like? But more importantly, what is your budget? How much debt are you packing? I don't want people to bring debt into retirement. We've looked at it, and there are 4 things standing in the way of people saving for retirement. You've got student loans, you've got credit card debt, you've got mortgages, and then cost of living. And so if we can control the things we can control, we can put ourselves in a better position.
Chris, Mike Huckabee here. I can't imagine that somebody is retiring and still paying off student loans. They borrowed too much money to go to school. But my bigger question is this. Should everybody retire? I mean, it seems like that retirement is this goal. Why do we have to retire? Shouldn't we continue to work if we love what we're doing? Isn't that a better option?
Mr. Huckabee, you're absolutely right. And for me, retirement is more of a frame of mind. It's having options. It doesn't mean you have to stop doing what you're doing. I love what I'm doing as well. But I want people to have freedom. I want them to be able to travel when they want to travel or continue to work and not have the stress of having to work another 12 to 14-hour shift on a job they don't love.
Right. Well, it's more about having options. But it is true that if you don't use it, you lose it. I mean, you don't want to stop working and doing things that you're working your brain.
No, you definitely want to stay engaged. And I work with people that are doing that. And I'm talking about what do they want to do? Do they want to start a side business?
Right.
Are they plugging in? Are they volunteering? But you definitely want to stay active and stay engaged. And you can do that when you've earned the right by saving enough money.
And just real quick, one thing millennials are doing, one way they're spending their money is spending it on experiences and not buying things, but traveling now while they're young rather than waiting until they're 65 to travel. So to your point, they can work a lot longer and be just as satisfied.
Pretty good idea, actually. Chris, great to have your insights. Thanks.
Thank you.
Chris Hogan there.